The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has told people in Gaza City to evacuate now. Printed leaflets were dropped across the city on Tuesday morning, warning people to get out immediately. Mr. Netanyahu said Israeli forces were organising and assembling to enter Gaza City for what he called ground manoeuvres. Last week, Israel said it had established control over 40% of the city. Israel's also said it accepted the latest US peace plan. Hamas said it was ready to talk. Well, Oxfam's regional humanitarian coordinator, Ruth James, explained what the situation in terms of humanitarian help was like now in Gaza.
We received information this morning about 7:30 a.m. that the IDF had issued a forced displacement order for the entire city of Gaza City. Estimates put around 800 to 1 million people currently in Gaza here. As I think is well known, at least half of those people are experiencing famine at the moment, meaning people are starving to death and they don't have enough food to eat. They certainly are in no position to be forced to move back down to the south to a so-called humanitarian zone that Israel has declared in Al-Mawasi. We also understand from the notice that was issued this morning, where I am at the moment is in Oxfam office. It's a site that is notified as a humanitarian premises with the Israeli authorities and should be protected under international law. What we understand is that all of those sites where we've shared the coordinates are also included in the forced displacement order. This obviously is going to be very difficult for the humanitarian community to continue to deliver life-saving services to the people in Gaza at the moment. This is an extremely stressful and horrific time for people living here. My colleagues are facing, impossible decisions about what to do, where to go with their families. Many people simply are refusing to leave. They can't contemplate being forced to displace again. Many people have been displaced over 10 times, 15 times during this brutal war that, we consider this to be a genocide that Israel is inflicting on the people of Gaza. The impact that this order will have on the population of Gaza is horrific and unimaginable. It's simply inhumane to try and force all of these people out to displace again.
Ruth, over the past few days, we've seen the IDF target specifically taller buildings across Gaza City. We see the images of rubble across it. Our understanding is that Benjamin Netanyahu believes that Israel's established control over 40% of the city. In terms of the destruction across Gaza City, which has, as you say, up to 1 million inhabitants, what is it like on the ground, just even moving around?
Well, it's very dangerous to move around. Gaza City and all of Gaza is almost completely destroyed. One of the other things that Israel has done recently, or yesterday in fact, is told all of the humanitarian organizations that they will only, they need to so-called coordinate our movements in the city, which means that they need to approve every individual movement, which is clearly impossible to do. The volume of movements is too many. There are warnings issued for some of the airstrikes, but not all. And on Sunday morning, one of Oxfam's local partners, Aisha, who support women and gender-based violence survivors, their headquarters was actually hit in an airstrike, and unfortunately, one of their staff and her son was killed in that strike. It's incredibly dangerous for everyone at the moment inside of Gaza, but people simply, there's no safe place for them to go to. It's impossible to get down to the south of Gaza. There's no fuel, there's no transport, there's only one road. People don't have money, they don't have any resources. And as I said, many people are starving and simply cannot pick up and move again at this point. It's really a catastrophe that's happening at the moment in Gaza, and this can't happen. We really need an immediate ceasefire and an immediate end to this crisis.
Ruth, you paint a really desperate picture. Just in terms of your organisation, I just wonder how you even can operate in conditions like that.
It's incredibly difficult to operate, and our staff and our partner staff have been and continue to risk their lives on a daily basis to continue to deliver humanitarian supplies to people in Gaza. Israel has done its best attempt at making it completely impossible for us to deliver aid. We have been struggling to bring in our aid from outside of Gaza for many months now. Food parcels, hygiene kits and other items have been rejected. But we continue to try, and we are committed to stay and deliver as much as we can to people up and down Gaza, wherever they may be, so that we can try to provide people with life-saving aid in collaboration with our local partners. It's incredibly difficult though, and it's unnecessarily difficult. It doesn't need to be like this. Gaza is actually a very small area, and if we were able to move safely and bring in our aid, we would be able to reach people quite easily where they are with food and with all the other items that they need. We're simply being prevented at the moment.
Ruth James, she's the humanitarian coordinator for Oxfam, talking to me from Gaza City. You're with BBC News.